Hiya, welcome back. Look at this, we're at beautiful Druridge Bay, one of my favourite places on earth. We're going to have a little walk along the beach this morning, see if we can find anything interesting to talk about. And I'm going to have a chat to you about the history as well and the industry that used to be around here. I've also brought me camera and my big lens in my backpack, just in case we're spotting any interesting birds. I'll see you over there. So one of the first things you'll notice when you come down to Druridge Beach, if you've never been here before, are these big, massive concrete monstrosities. What they are is they're actually tank traps. So they were put here at the beginning of the Second World War, just in case the Germans decided to invade from across the North Sea. Yeah, they're pretty ugly, but they're the fabric of the beach. They're part and parcel of it. And I've been coming here for maybe 45 or 50 years even, and I quite like them. So this is quite interesting over here because one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was the industry here at Druridge Bay, and we've actually just happened across this. This has got nothing to do with us. But one of the things they used to do was they used to make alkali here. They used to cut the seaweed from the rocks at low water, and then they would dry it out on racks like this and then burn it up in the sand dunes till it made like a thick sort of gooey green substance. And that was the alkali that was used in industry to make soap and detergent and paper and all that sort of stuff. Yes, that's great, that. I don't know who made it, but it's great. Oh, look. There's a beautiful rock pipit posing over there, right on the top of that tuft. Again, we'll just get one or two pictures from a distance to begin with. And then we'll just take one or two steps closer because it's better to get a few pictures from far away than none close up. So got to take a few safety shots every time you take a step. Beautiful. Look at this. I love it when people do this. Somebody's painted a beautiful stone here. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It looks like a little sort of yellow ladybird or something like that, and they've popped it there on the bench for somebody to find. That's gorgeous. Oh, it's got something written on the back. Northumberland rocks on Facebook. Post a picture, keep or rehide. Let's do that then, shall we? We'll post this picture on and we'll put it back and we'll hide it for somebody else. So we're nearly there. This is what I want to show you up here. I haven't just discovered this, I'll be honest. I've come here loads of times, but it's dead interesting. Come and have a look. It's beautiful in its own way. So look, there are hundreds, I would say, hundreds of years of coins wedged into this pole here, and one can only assume it's either relatives remembering people who they've lost, or maybe sweethearts and lovers putting coins in, wishing for the safe return of their other halves when they've gone out to sea to fish. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to swap lenses. I'm going to stick me 50 on, and we'll get a few artistic down the beach coin in wood shots for you. So I like to think that they've been put here by sweethearts of sailors going to sea and fishermen back in the day, and I like to think they've been doing it for hundreds of years. There's some really tall people who have managed to reach up there. I could never get that high, but it's absolutely fascinating, isn't it? There's all sorts of coins in here. There's 2 pences, 5 pences, old threepenny bits, 2 bob bits. Now this is what I wanted to show you. Believe it or not, this tree trunk sticking out here is about 7,000 years old. It's mad, isn't it? It's perfectly preserved in this layer of peat here, because once upon a time there was a massive forest that ran all the way from here to Denmark, believe it or not. So if you'd have been on this beach 7,000 years ago, looking that way, all you would have seen was a lush green forest full of red deer and bears and prehistoric humans as well, because at low water on a big tide, they've found footprints, early human footprints down there, and it's just fascinating, isn't it, to think how different the landscape is now compared to then. I just can't get my head around it, you know, standing here looking out at the North Sea, that once upon a time I could have possibly walked from here to Denmark. I mean, they do say it was probably quite a boggy sort of marshy land, and it wasn't something you could have traversed on foot, possibly, but there were huge swathes of it, huge swathes of forest that you could get into, and they found all sorts of evidence out there of people hunting and catching red deer and early human footprints, as we were saying before. But one of the things is at low water, if you come down here, you can sometimes see the fossilised tree trunks, and you see a little bit more evidence of what was here before. Right, so I've put the big lens back on because we are here at a colony of sand martins. I absolutely love these birds. They're almost impossible to photograph because they never sit still, they never perch. But here, I'm not going to get too close because they're breeding, but here they do settle on the sand dunes once in a while. Fingers crossed we get a picture. We're just heading back along from getting the sand martins, which I'm really chuffed about because I've been wanting to do that for ages. I've just never got round to it, so that's a first for me, getting the sand martins on camera there. But over there is an eider duck, and up here in the northeast they're known as cuddy ducks, and the reason they're called cuddy ducks is after St. Cuthbert, because he created what is widely accepted to be the first ever nature reserve in the world, when he banned the locals from rowing out to the Farne Islands and collecting the eider duck's eggs every year because they were decimating the population. So there you go, your cuddy duck. So I'm just heading back to the car park, and I can hear a sedge warbler in the trees over there. So I'm just going to get the camera out the bag and see if we can't grab a few pictures of them for you, because they're one of my favourite birds. Well, there he is. He's beautiful. And then we'll push our luck a little bit more. See if we can't get another shot. Yes. Oh, that's it. He's off. Beautiful. I love sedge warblers. Right, that's it. We're going to call it a day. I've really enjoyed myself. It was one of my favourite places on earth, this Druridge Bay, all the way up to Hauxley. So we've walked from the visitor centre at the country park more or less up to the nature reserve and just a little bit further past it. Hey, if you've enjoyed it, please do us a favour, would you, and subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does make a big difference to that pesky old YouTube algorithm. Another thing that really helps is a thumbs up. So if you've enjoyed it, please give it a one of those. And if you want to say hello, ask us a question, make a suggestion of where we should go next, anything at all, please do that in the comments section down below, and I'll try my best to reply. I'll catch you next time.